Greetings, badasses. ¿Cómo están hoy? I'm kind of moving slow today. Not for any reason, but it snowed. I'm not complaining. I actually went out and dusted off the deck. We are of those people. I love it because there's people who are like, it's when you have dogs, sometimes it's so muddy, the only thing you can do is let them go out on the deck, right? The deck has a gate. And, their little paws, their little toe beans, they're not little. Their toe beans get cold because, they're naked mole rats. We do not have dogs for that. Well, I guess our dogs are fine. They do need jackets, but, whatever. Not this year, they haven't. Today, they sort of do, but anyway, hi. My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits. None of the yoga bullshit. I'm your host. What am I doing? Morning Groove Yoga. This is Morning Groove Yoga. I need this yoga, apparently. Because now as I plop my ass onto this mat, I'm kind of, a little drowsy, unclear, foggy. There's probably another better word for it. I don't know. Slept good. Anyway, let's do this. Morning Groove Yoga is going to be a flow that is focused on moving our body, getting our blood to pump a little more strongly, a little stronger. That's a better. I don't know. And then to oxygenate our body, right? So we breathe deep. That blood, that oxygen travels with our blood cells. We oxygenate our blood cells. Our blood cells travel through our circulatory system, cardiovascular system, neurovascular system. And then maybe our peepers open a little wider after we're done. Oh, look, I'm cracking myself up already. See, just being on the mat makes me feel better. All right, we're going to start comfortable. See, this is this will be a light energy flow today for sure. Staff pose, comfortable seated position. This is pretty accessible, although I'm feeling the tug on my low back, right? That's tight hamstrings. I'm not feeling it necessarily in the hamstrings, but I'm feeling that tug. So if you're feeling that tug or you're feeling some tightness in the hamstrings, grab a blanket, bolster, pillow, something, and tuck it behind your knees. That'll relieve some of that. I started in modified Z-sit, one leg out, one leg in. This is a fabulous position. My heel is not tucked up into my pubic bone. That's not going to happen. I have thunder thighs, power calves. I'm not upset about that at all. Touching your heel to your pubic bone is not a life skill. It doesn't accomplish anything. However, having this external rotation, you're going to feel this in your hip flexors. You're going to feel this in your adductors, maybe a little piriformis glute med action. If your knee is real high, grab a pillow, grab a blanket, grab something and rest it underneath that leg so that you can relax in this pose. You'll build that external rotational mobility. It's a big, big concept. Leg extended at a comfortable angle. You control the strength of this stretch. If you go a little wider with that angle, you're going to feel that adductor, those adductors. There's a group of them. I have a love-hate relationship with the sartorius. It's the big one. It's the main adductor. You can bring it in and be comfortable. You don't even have to take that stretch. You might be feeling that out your hamstring. All good. Or you can join me in comfortable seated position, which is not crisscross applesauce. Oh, I'm feeling my left hip. Nor is it fucking lotus pose. Both of my legs are in parallel on the mat. Nothing's stacked. Nothing's twisted. I do not look like a pretzel. Again, if you're joining me here and your knees are really high in the air and you're leaning back. I mean, look, I have good mobility in my right hip. Look, I don't. My left hip's a little tight, but that's not driving me crazy, right? That's not bugging me. But if your knees are real high and you're leaning backwards and you're making this face that would inspire a little Botox, I do not judge the Botox. In fact, well, never mind. Let's not even get started there. If it didn't, let's just move on. I'm letting it go. This is me letting it go. I was going to rant. But I want you to be able to relax the weight of your legs toward the floor. Okay? Pulling that attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body, checking in, state and quality of the physical form. Feeling pretty good. I'm feeling Saturday. We did a little chaturanga. We did some extra plank work. Feeling my latissimus dorsi, my rhomboids, not in a bad way, just like, oh, there are muscles in my back. Woohoo! And obviously, tight hips. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking and check in. What's going on in your brain? I was just a little foggy today. I mean, there's a lot, obviously, trying to clamor around in there, but it's trying to climb its way through that pea soup fog, which, coincidentally, right, we have zero visibility here on the farm after the snow. So maybe my brain is just kind of feeling deep empathy with the weather. Who knows? And then let's slide. If you've got a lot going on, here's where I'm going. Slide all that shit off to the side. This is our time. This is here's what I want to start thinking about. And I'm going to invite you to think about it. This is self-care. Self-care is not selfish is okay. Self-serving is okay, right? There's so much particularly in this culture, right? Treating ourselves well, nurturing ourselves, offering ourselves these opportunities in order to be more effective in our role, right, in the world. We shit all over that, right? We shit all over that, and particularly women and particularly mothers, right? So it's all of it, there's layers to it. Oh, self-care, blah, blah, you're so selfish. You know what? Carving time out to put our ass on this mat is self-serving. And it serves the greater good. If we are feeling it, if we are in our space, if we take this time to give our body some movement, to connect our mind, clear that shit out, and really feel ourselves here, we can go out and serve the greater good, right? Right? Whew. Sorry, that was a little bit of a rant. I'm in a space. So let's move our attention and awareness, that silence, into the breath and notice how it feels to breathe. So traditionally in yoga, we breathe into and out of our nose. If you're not there, if you're having allergies, the dust here has been insane. The dry here has been insane. The snow is fabulous. It's just like 2 inches and there's no moisture in it. It's like powder. That's okay. Right? Just breathe. Don't worry about it. But I would like you to pay attention to how your body's moving. What are all the functions and components of this breath that we do without thinking? 90% of the breaths we take, we do without thinking. It's automagical, right? And I want you to think about that. How does that go for you? How does it feel? What muscles are working for you? Let's slowly invite that breath to get a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. And I'd like you to work to match that inhale to the exhale so that we're holding this rhythm of breath. And every time you feel yourself slipping out of the practice, feel your mind wandering away from the mat, I want you to come back to this breath and get yourself set up in that rhythm. And then, right, you'll move back into your flow. We'll get back to the paying attention of the place we're taking, the space we're taking up on the mat. Wherever you're at in that length and balance of breath, let's exhale all the air out of the lungs, reaching the fingertips toward the floor. Nice big reach on up. And let it go. We're going to take lateral extension. Of course we are. Nice, lovely reach. It's the wonderful place to start. Take those fingers. I'm writing again, so I'm in this kind of little maybe YA, probably middle grade fantasy. It's a thing I've been thinking about since I was a kid, actually. And I've given it more thought as an adult. But it's a lot of years and the and ma. There's dialect. And so my brain is kind of working through that process. It's a wonderful place to be, let me tell you. I really thought I wasn't a writer anymore. Nice big inhale. What I had was fucking long haul COVID fog. 6 years. Bowing, taking a little rock side to side, tuck the chin, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. Little rock side to side. That's why today has been so weird. Today has been significant in that I'm noticing the fog because for the last 2 weeks, I have been on fire, brain-wise. Walking the hands back. Nice big lift up. We're letting hands drift down. We're resting against the hips. Bow the chin forward. Take a tilt of the ear over to one side. My pulmonologist is amazing, and he has also long haul COVID. Long haul COVID is different for everybody, right? You're not all getting brain fog. You're not all having asthma problems. You're not all having, some people got COVID lung. I did not get COVID lung, but I did get severe asthma. We're still fine-tuning that part, but he leads a group, tilt the ear to the other side, that focuses on all these studies internationally, nationally, well, not nationally so much anymore, but about things and supplements and treatments that help people with long haul COVID. And let me tell you, I added 2 of those supplements to my routine, and I'm feeling. I didn't realize, take the fingertips around the front of the body, slowly stack cervical spine, how fucking not normal I felt. We are going to change the position of the legs. Ooh, hips. My hips. Hips. Isn't there a song? Her hips, my hips. But, oh, that's humps. All right, I'm waking up. Nice big inhale. I was just so cozy this morning. What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to take a little twist. I'm going to take a little twist. I'm just going to go reach around. Starts from the belly button. Inhale up. Starts from the belly button, goes up the rib cage, and then towards the armpit. Drive that shoulder blade back toward the spine, right? Oh, I'm going to get on the ball today, too. Nice big reach up. Let's take our forward fold. Tucking on down. Taking a bow, I'm resting on the forearms. I'm going to press out into the knees. I really want to work this hip tightness I've got going. But you can go knees, calves, ankles, block floor. It's all up to you. Unclench the teeth, wiggle the feet, relax the energy out of the lower body. Oh, my hips are so fucking tight. Now let's unwind, walking it all back. Nice big stretch on up to the ceiling. Releasing those hands down to the hips, bowing the chin. Take a tilt of the ear over to one side. See, yeah, I'm already feeling good. Taking these deep breaths, oxygenating my blood, moving my muscles. Amping up the blood flow, right? Little heart rate movement. Bowing the chin forward, taking the trace around the front of the body, and slowly stacking cervical spine. Zaid! I was actually laughing about your God. I'm here for the hate. I have a lot of hate. I try not to, but I call it. What do I call it? Pushing back. That's what I call it. Pushing back on the bullshit. It's not hate. It's pushing back on the bullshit. All right. I'm going to move to hands and knees. I'm grabbing this block to put between my ankles. I'm going to, we're going to do some hero pose, some Vajrasana. And we're just going to do some light twisting, but we're going to work hips, thighs. Well, twisting does that too. So that's where we're headed. Putting my knees on a blanket. 2 fists next to each other. Knees on either sides of the hands, right? Heels of the hands out in front of the body. I like this block between my ankles because it keeps my legs in parallel, this position. When I'm tight, if you have tight hip girdles and you're tugging on this external, these are short muscles. Tightness is short muscles. Those, right? These muscles are short a little bit. There's tension in there. When I don't have this block between my ankles, my toes want to rotate in, my knees want to rotate out. If I place this block between my ankles, it keeps my shins in alignment and parallel, and that forces my hip flexors to get a little stretch. My piriformis is getting stretched. My glute med is getting a little stretch. All of these things are, right, back in alignment rather than falling into their position, their lazy position that reflects where you're tight, right? Body's an amazing fucking piece of engineering. Fucking evolution. Here we go. Don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate it. Where are we going? Chakravakasana bow. Inhaling at center. Tucking the chin. Taking the forearms down. Scooping the belly. Drawing back into a fold. You just don't appreciate it. I don't care. If you think that, the world was created in 7 days, you are not fucking appreciating the miracles. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. The amazing world, universe, existence that we live in. Inhaling forward. And tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. Drawing back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers. Roll the wrists. Make some fists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck? Lean. You just aren't paying attention and you don't appreciate it. What the fuck? Lean. The myriad, you fucking fascist Christian national fucking racist piece of shits are not appreciating the myriad of life, the complexity and the variation of it. What are you talking about, you fucking assholes? This is why I don't like religion. Angry cat tuck. You are so fucking narrow-minded, you're not even seeing the world around you. tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold. This is where I'm at, right? Little rock side to side. The amazingness. Like, here's what I'm thinking about. Take a tilt of the hip. I mean, let's just talk about it. If you want me to stick talking to yoga, let's just talk about it in terms of fucking yoga, right? And if you want to get into the nitty gritty, it's Mark Singleton's book. Is it up there? I think it's next to my bed. I read it. I go back to it every once in a while. I just pick a chapter and read it. The elements that it took, the complexity of culture, and yes, the horrors of colonialism, the travesty of that, right? Flat back, tuck the toes, take the stretch. All of those elements, components, had to come together so that, this is called yoga shmoga. It's in the book. Flatten the toes. Let's Chakravarkasana bow it. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. To get to this place that we are, right here on this fucking mat. Come on. What the fuck, lean? And what the fuck, lean? That's the problem with racists and misogynists and these fucking Christian nationalists and white European mentality, is that you are not appreciating all of the elements that it took, all of the mishmash and the fucking gumbo that it takes. Tuck those toes and just take that stretch for even them to exist. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, and P.S. not white. Oh, I'm in a mood now. Taking it down. See, this is what yoga does to me. Woohoo! Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Let's roll on up to Vajrasana. Standing on those knees. We're going to take lateral extension first. Ho, ho. We're going to inhale and take 3 rounds of folding, double arm sweep. So scoop the belly, right? We start there. We lower the body in control, round the back, where you're going to take those arms back toward the heels and bow. Inhaling, unwind. Here, I sat down on this mat and I thought, oh, it's all going to be about yoga. It is about yoga. But it's also about critical thinking and education. Listen, you want to believe in Christ and the church? Fine. Whew. Cactus squeeze. And then we're going to go right into a twist. That's fine. But you better fucking know that Bible. You better not fucking know cultural relevancy. You better fucking know about translational error. You better fucking be willing to be flexible of thinking and understand that the Bible was written 80 to 100 years after Christ's existence. Let's come on down to hands and knees and Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. You better fucking know that it was culturally relevant to the time. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. It wasn't meant, right, to be translational out through the ages. Fucking, Sure, the tenets, you want to, be a good person, live by the golden rule, do unto others, Sermon on the Mount, that bullshit, sure. It's not bullshit. But you don't fucking understand. And if you really, sorry, I'm diverting. Let's another what the fuck lean. Let's angry cat tuck it. Okay, I'll get back on the mat. I didn't realize that rage was bubbling up in me. Tuck the toes. Let's take the forearms down and roll into the feet. Big stretch. Ooh. Right up the plantar fascial structure into the calves. Coming on down into child. So I'm tucking those feet. I'm going to roll up to Vajrasana. Got to pull up my pants while I'm at it. Lateral extension, big stretch to one side. Oh my goodness gracious. Inhaling up and exhaling. Inhaling up. Let's take our 3 rounds of the fold, bowing and taking those arms back. Scoop the belly. I'm unwinding round like a ball, tucking into the roundness. Burgeoning. That's a really good word. Sorry, I just dipped into Midsummer Night's Dream. Cactus squeeze. And then we're going right into our twist. Inhaling up. I'm driving back with my shoulder blade. So I'm coming down, driving back with the elbow and the shoulder blade, and then following. Inhaling up to come down, hands and knees. Elbows, well, not elbows, forearms, tuck the toes, reach on up. Oh, press into a heel. Shrug those shoulders. Be powered up in the chest and back here. Don't let anything sag toward the floor. If you're sagging, you're in your shoulder girdle. Whew. I'm going to lift my left leg straight out. This is a big right leg stretch. Step in. And coming on down, up 2 hands. Now I am going left leg straight up. Point the toe, bend the knee, reach that hip away. Oh. And come in. Right leg. Southern. Woo! Chakravakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, drop back into the fold, little rock side to side. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. Oh, I know why. I was feeling a little hoarse today. You can hear it in I'm a little froggy. It's because I was I was singing yesterday. I used to be able to sing, and then I had a fucking ear, nose, and throat surgeon, angry cat tuck, fuck up my vocal cord. Flat back, whew. Tuck the toes, take the press back. Now we're deepening our stretch. Coming through to the forearms. I'm going to come up into my feet. I'm changing the rotation here. I'm changing the asana flow. Stepping back, coming down into that child's pose. Now for Vajrasana. Anyway, I used to sing. Well. I mean, I still sing. I just can't hit those notes like I used to. That is a regret. I wouldn't have done that. Cactus squeeze. Sorry, let's go into our 3-fold. 3 round back folds, Vajrasana. Well, there's not much I would not. I mean, I don't think back often, right? Because if I changed one thing, right? And mostly, you wouldn't be here, right? That's that chaos theory. Butterfly flaps its wings, right? Inhaling out. I wouldn't have had throat surgery. I wouldn't have had vocal cord nodule surgery. Oh, Pitch Perfect. She had nodules, right? And then it miraculously turned her into a baritone. That's, not real life, but it miraculously means you can't sing anymore. Well, in tune, on key. Coming on down. Excuse me. Right leg lift. Take that knee back across the body. Big, big stretch. Left leg lift. Take it back across the body. And in. All right. Right leg. We're going to sweep it around and take a Hanuman bow. So I'm just going to lengthen that leg. I've got a nice strong bend in the knee. And I'm taking big hammy stretch. Flex your foot. Rock it down toward the mat. Keep that bend in the knee the whole time. Flex your foot. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. And I love to sing. And everybody should sing. It doesn't matter. Here's what I've been thinking about. And I'll come back to it, the big theme of what I have been processing this morning. My whole life, my mother, mentally ill, by the way, and abusive. Take this knee down. Let's lengthen back and around. Would say, when I sang, nice long length of leg. Look at big strong bow, or not bow, bend in my knee. Toes are right, reach those toes down toward the mat. Okay, now we flex the foot up, but look, I'm keeping the bend. When you flex up, your knee wants to snap back into hyperextension. We don't want that. My mother was a singer, right? Glee club, choir, all those things. I spent my entire childhood. I should have been in choir, but my mother forced me to take band. So I learned how to play the flute. I'm a flautist. And every time I would sing in the car, at home, to my music, whenever, my mother, and then by virtue my father, right, in repetition, would say, who sings this song? Reach it on down. Heel toe it out. And I would respond with whoever sang the song. Chakra Vikasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw it back, and then they would say invariably, oh, well, then let them sing it. I don't want to hear you. And so I spent my whole life around my parents, trying to be quiet. Not singing, not having a voice. I mean, there's other factors involved in that too, right? If you spoke, I was of a generation. I am a feral Gen Xer. I'm of that generation, angry cat tuck. Children should not speak, seen but not heard. Flat back, tuck the toes, press back into the heels. Anyway, as later in life, in my senior year, I had my band director actually must have heard me or seen me or whatever, said, hey, lower the forearms, let's roll up into the feet, step in. I want you to try out for senior choir. I want you to, they perform at graduation. So I did that, and I made it. I was one of 4 women, young women, who sang at graduation. Taking this down into child's pose. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. And it was really the first time that anybody said, hey, you know what? You can sing. And then I started realizing cactus squeeze, lateral extension. Then my mother was silencing me because she didn't want competition, right? She didn't want anyone to be, she was a narcissist with some class B personality disorders, and or class B personality disorder narcissistic. I don't know. Anyway, 3 rounds of folding. I know this sounds like a little wine, but it's not. Sweeping on up. I didn't often think for myself, which is kind of where I started this morning, just in terms of like looking back on things, looking back at life. I'm doing a lot of musing about my batshit crazy fucking family on both sides. Assholes, a lot of them. Nice big inhale up. Let's cactus squeeze. And how I have, anyway, long story short. That was long story long. That was a short story long, actually, which is my go-to. You know that. Twist. I had vocal nodules. I was an air traffic controller for 12 years. I was a teacher for 12 years. Coming on down, taking that right leg up, back across the body. A lot of talking is what I'm saying. Plus, I was singing, and Lily was taking voice. The Offspring was taking voice lessons because she can sing. They can sing very beautifully. Alto. Soprano? Are you an alto or a soprano? I don't remember. I'm an alto. Flex on up. Come on down. Let's deepen into Ekapada Ustrasana. I think Sun 1. You can sing, right? I just haven't heard you very often. You were in choir. Yeah, you can sing. Q, I love you. You're a little tone deaf, but you have a musical ear like nobody on the planet. You'll toe it back. Make it on up. Q played saxophone and is a DJ and makes music. Reaching all the way around. Lengthening that leg. Flexing that heel up. Keep that bend. Look, keeping that bend. Anyway, I would not have had nodule surgery, is what I'm saying. Because I can't really sing well. I sing fine. I just can't carry a tune. And fundamentally, I probably didn't need nodule surgery. I could have done a lot of vocal work, right? I could have had a voice therapist, which I had to have anyway after surgery. So the big theme that I have been processing today is a Maya Angelou quote that said, you forgive your past self for not knowing what you didn't know. And heel toe it out. Chakra Vikasana bowing. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the full little rock, side to side. Wiggle those fingers, roll the wrists. All right, we're going to transition to our backs. We're going to do some twisting on the floor. So forgive yourself, forgive your past self for not knowing what you didn't know. And for some of us who grew up in abusive households, toxic families, well, I would call them functional families. I don't like that word dysfunction. Those families function very well. They just function in a very specific way. It's a system, and it's a well-oiled system that only works when everybody's doing their role. Everybody's meeting their place, right? Doing the thing that they're supposed to do. So in that way, it's not dysfunctional at all. It's very functional. And so in addition to saying forgive your past self for not knowing what you didn't know, I think you should also, if you've done the work and you're looking at your past, you're doing some musing, you should also forgive yourself for functioning in a way that, it wasn't generally healthy, but it was how you survived. And maybe, and certainly not probably generally morally acceptable, or I don't even want to go there. I don't want to attach moral judgment to the behaviors of children and young adults when they don't have good tools. They weren't given good tools or strategies for functioning in the world. And so if you were one of those, you could be one of those now. You might have been one. You might be there. I don't know what your existence is right now, but hang on. Because there's going to become a time in your life where you get to make those choices. You get to make some choices for yourself. You get to find healthy and functioning, generally healthy functioning for yourself. And then you can be sure of yourself and honor yourself. Believe in the person that you have become and grown into. And let go of the shit you did when you were younger and didn't know what you know, right? Maya fucking Angelou. Genius. All right, we're going to, let's see. We're going to do some half twists. So I'm in my cactus arm. I've got my shoulder blades flat on the mat. I'm going to float my knees right above my hips, take a little rock side to side. Inhale at center. We're going to go halfway, 45 degrees. I'm going to come over, 45 degree. Scoop the belly, draw up, and go to the other side, 45 degrees. And up. We're just going to go repetitive here. So I'm adding to that. So forgive yourself for not knowing. Forgive your past self for not knowing what you didn't know. And forgive your past self for functioning, without the tools, without the strategies, without knowing how to be, except for the way that only worked in your family. You were in survival mode. You might be still. Let's go all the way over to one side. Big reach, big reach, big reach. And when I talk about my mother, here's the mistake that a lot of people, not mistake, the perception of when I talk about my mother. Oh, big rollover. And her mental illness and her and the crazy life, the weird life that I had. Childhood, early adulthood. It's not condemnation, right? I'm not talking about it to shit all over her. Believe me, I could shit all over her. Oh, bringing my hands up and taking those knees out, rock and roll. I want to be forthright, right? I'm not trying to make my childhood nostalgic. I'm not looking at, I get the Gen X jokes and I really appreciate them because, we were raised by broken fucking people. We were raised by people who did not know how to be in the world. Because they were raised by people who did not know how to be in the world. Little rock side to side. And, the puritanical, seriously, the Christian puritanical American white European structure that we live in, that we grew up in, that our parents grew up in, children were property and corporal punishment was a thing. It's passed down. We're all, whether you know it or not, we're all dealing with generational drama. Anyway. But what I'm saying is there were very real reasons why I functioned in the world the way I functioned in the world. And it was all survival. It was all based on survival. Right? I was under constant threat. In constant peril. Little rock side to side. So not only was I a child right? And kids do stupid shit because kids are kids. Let's windshield wiper sweep it. Take those big toes to the edge of the mat. Sorry, this kind of went weird, didn't it? But then when you're living in peril, in your life, you're in survival mode all the time. You're not so you're already not making good decisions, and then you're in survival mode. So you're making, you're making decisions based on threat assessment. That's not a healthy way to live. And you're not making good decisions. Those aren't healthy, like generally functional, like how the world thinks people should be. So forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. And forgive yourself for functioning in a way that kept you alive, but maybe didn't serve the greater good. Right? That's where I'm at today. I'm going to take my feet to the very edge of the mat and tilt my knees in, say good morning to your hip flexors. Ooh, piriformis, quad insertion, hip flexors, iliopsoas. All right, let's tuck the fingertips over the tops of the knees. Draw up and in. Inhale to the length of the arm. Exhaling. Inhaling. And so, no, I'm not going to go there, but that's where I'm at. I'm working my way towards a statement about the assholes in your lives. Oh, all right. We're going to move into relaxation. Now, I'm going to take seated meditation, even though I would really like to spend some time on the tennis balls because my brain is not quite awake. I know it seems like I'm kind of awake, but I'm not feeling 100% up. My peepers are not quite, they're open, but they need to stay open. So I'm not going to, if I go into a relaxation here, I'm going to end up a little heavy-lidded, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to work up to seated meditation today. However, you get to do whatever you want. How are you feeling? I don't know. You might be sick of listening to my voice. I hope that in some respect you have found a little nugget in there, because I did this morning. I am been working on this. The reason I've been working on this is because my father is dying. And I don't say that as a downer. I mean, I hope I didn't just bum you out. He's 91. I'm saying that because it's a reality of life. So I've been really thinking about life and relevance and purpose. All right. If you want to take full Shavasana, legs extended, arms at your sides, palms up. This is the Shavasana. Deep. This is a deeper relaxation position. You could tuck a bolster or a pillow behind your knees. You can go into cactus arm. If you're gestating a human being fully and completely in your own autonomous will, tuck a pillow between your knees, get that big body bolster you might have, arm over the pillow, support your head. Tom, you're laying on your belly with your head resting on your hands. That's okay. I would like you all to be comfortable body temperature-wise. So grab a blanket, grab a sweater, grab a... Steph, it's fucking summer there. Steph is in Australia. Steph, shout out. It'll be summer here again. It's going to be a rough summer. It's going to be a dry fucking asshole summer, but that's all right. One step at a time. Worrying about the future is just fear magnified, doubled, right? I myself am going to put on a layer and come to seated position. That will work for me. I want a little... This is my energies up a little bit. Oh, you could put your feet on the floor, knees to the ceiling. I guess I didn't add that one in, right? Pulling that attention and awareness. Once you're comfortable temperature-wise, once you're comfortable on the floor, pull your attention and awareness into the forehead. Notice all those tiny little muscles and nerve endings that are floating or that are, exist around your eyes and in your temples and around your cheekbones. Unclench the teeth. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Feel your face smooth out and go soft, and then give me a little shake of the head. Little shrug of the shoulders. Shake those arms out, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Notice the length of spine from the base of the neck down between the shoulder blades, through the ribs, into the hips. Tuck the tailbone. Let the hips settle. Feel the weight of the torso sink toward the floor. Give me a little tension in the quads. Reach those legs out one at a time. Flex the foot, wiggle and roll the ankles, wiggle the toes. And then let your lower body take rest against the mat. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. Check in. I want you to slide anything that might be scratching at your attention at this silence we've created off to the side. And then move that silence into our breath. We're just following that inhale and exhale. Taking this moment. We're hanging on to these last few moments in silence for ourselves. Pulling some deeper breaths into the lungs. Big filling inhales. Big sighing exhales. Expand that awareness away from the breath and out into the body. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Reach those arms out to the side. Take that big re-energizing wine glass, getting out of bed, stretch. Bringing a knee up, give it a squeeze. Bring the other knee up, give it a squeeze. We're going to rock from side to side. Roll to one hip, across to the other. Till you're ready to rock completely to one side. Peeling your upper body off the mat first. Coming back into comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. It might be different than when we started, and that is perfectly all right. Roll those shoulders. Stack shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. Taking a scan of the body, checking in, state and quality of the physical form. How you feeling? Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm still feeling hips, but you know what? It's all right. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your breathing. Check in. How do your lungs feel? And then finally pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. And check in. Hey, acknowledge that what we've got going on in our brain is not really necessary, okay? There are a few things that we must get done. There are some priority items. My list gets longer and longer every goddamn day, so does yours. I don't need to do 5,000 things at once. I can, I'm focusing on 3. I'm focusing on the next 3 hours, maybe the next hour or 2, right? Give yourself a fighting chance. Worry less, do more, right? If you find yourself spinning out or starting to spiral, take a couple of breaths and say, nope. What can I do next? Where does my next step need to be? Come back to it. Don't veer, right? We're going to release practice, blinking our eyes open. I'm going to take a stretch out, honoring your body for doing what you asked it to do today. And all the fucking hard work it does to get from one end of the week to the other. Some days are smooth sailing. Everybody. And some days are fucking slog, right? You just give yourself that moment. Give yourself the permission to be in the moment and to be handling it in the best way that you can. The other thing I'm going to invite you to think about. This is what I'm thinking about. You know what? Fuck you. It's my channel. You can stop right now. You can stop right now. You don't have to listen to me. The people who are being injured, the people who are losing their lives, the people who are stepping in between armed fascist thugs and human beings who are just trying to make a better life for themselves. Those people are not taking anything away from you and I. They're not. The last time I checked, I did not apply to be a dishwasher. I am not a server in a restaurant. I am not working on roofs or landscaping or any of the myriad of things and jobs that our migrant and immigrant populations are doing, whether they are here through the legal process or not. They are not earning benefits. They cannot vote. They are, whatever you think they are doing, they're not. If they have a fucking driver's license, you know what? They've paid taxes. They're paid their license fees. They're paying for a car. They are purchasing gas. They are paying sales tax. They are just trying to live in a safer environment. And the people who are standing in the way, the people who are putting themselves in harm's way to protect other human beings, God bless you. And I don't believe in God, but fuck, right? There are those of us who are kind of trapped, not kind of, and I don't want to say trapped. There are those of us who have made life choices that make that impossible or an impracticality. Honor them, honor their lack of, because they're brave. That is courage. That is bravery. That is moving into the fray despite, your own fears, right? And sacrificing something that is so important to you for the importance of others. Grace and kindness, motherfuckers. I do. Tend to your own house and let go of the fear. Let go of your fear. Move into a place of surety, right? Rather than trying to force other people to do or say what you want them to say, and fucking honor. God, the variation, the sheer multitudes of existence. That's me screaming into the void. That's all I've got. Ciao, motherfuckers.